and a very warm welcome back to Tarot Without Textbooks, the home of learning tarot without having to spend copious amounts of time reading and memorising. So by popular demand, I do have my mate back. Dave, welcome back.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Hey, mate. We're going to look at the Three of Swords today, aren't we?
Yep.
So I asked Dave to go all through the Curious Cats deck and to pick one, to focus on one card that he'd like to really kind of tune into. So you did choose the Three of Swords. Now, I said that we could maybe make an art structure to kind of get in touch with it a little bit more and understand it. Dave said he'd like to use sound to explain how he feels. But just quickly, before we get into this, Dave and I went to the charity shop, didn't we? We did have some coffee money from through the Griffinscope. So we got down there and we actually bought a couple of things for ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
So Dave and I are both Libra, and I got this beautiful necklace which has got like a scales on it. So we're going to explore justice again and make a structure on that one. Also, you know how I'm always telling you, there's looking at a picture and then there's really looking at a picture. And this is something that's really, really helpful to squidgying, working, strengthening the right brain. And it's the optical illusion pictures. So these were like £1, and you've got 50 of the most classic illusion pictures. So here we've got the picture of the old woman and the young woman. If you show this to a young lad, they absolutely 99.9% of the time they notice the young woman first. They find it quite difficult to see the older woman. We've got this one. This reminds me of one of those kind of hokey spy spirals, mind control, all of that. But yeah, there's a lot happening in this one too. So just helps. There's one more. That one's quite good too. The camels. Where do the camels start and the palm trees end? Really interesting. Dave, I don't want to leave it any longer. I'm so excited to hear what you're going to say. So we are exploring, aren't we?
Absolutely. So, yes, Three of Swords. So, now, as you know, the Three of Swords represents heartbreak. So we have a model here. So we've got a heart, and these three knives represent swords. So as you can see in the picture, the cat's heart, there are three swords which are stabbed into it, and there's droplets which look like blood, which seem to be dripping into the water lily at the bottom here.
So something else is growing out of that pain, do you think?
Yes, I think that might be the case. Also, in the distance here, we've got another cat, and I assume that actually might be a female cat. So if we put this in the perspective of, a painful heartbreak that came as a result of a breakup, could it be that maybe that cat in the distance was this cat's, former partner or significant other, or maybe it might be a like a family situation, like maybe he's like a long lost cousin or something, and maybe he misses her.
There's a lot of emotions in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So in terms of sound, one of the things that you, because I asked you what weather would go with that card, and Dave, ever amazingly inspiring, what did you come up with, Dave?
Rain.
You came up with rain. So rain for the Three of Swords. And then you actually came up with another sound as well, didn't you? So I'll work the rain if you can work that one.
Yep.
So it's like what sort of sound would you say this was?
It's a flatliner.
Like after a heart attack, if you were wired up to a machine or something?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on that one. Okay. So you get the idea. And then, what did you want us to do then to get into the card more?
Well, we talk about heartbreak, you know, as in the heart is being ripped into.
Wow. Okay, so it's that horrible feeling of, you know, like when people say pulling wings off a butterfly or something like that. I don't like pulling the heart apart. It makes me feel sad.
Yeah.
Like the card. So the act of kind of acting it out kind of gets you in touch with it a little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So what card will we be looking at next?
The Tower.
The Tower after this one. So we need some sounds from you to go with that one.
Yes, I can already think of some.
Okay. Would you put any words apart from perhaps sadness and heartbreak with this?
Well, let me think. So obviously there is the sadness and there is the heartbreak, but also I'd say there's also the obviously there's the pain. There's the there's the distress, you know, the distraught, the or just the sheer discomfort, perhaps, you know.
The discomfort, yeah. What kind of a pain would that be? I imagine it would be quite sharp.
Yeah. Also, another one is emptiness as well.
Yeah,
Emptiness.
That heart is going to feel empty, isn't it, with all that blood trickling out. What about the lotus or
the water lily?
The water lily.
Well, they do say that maybe this here could represent. I might have to think about this. Could just bear with me a minute. So, if we assume that is almost like the blood, and it's dripping onto the flower, then that could be one of two things. That could either be it's almost like it's growing, you know, something from the pain, or maybe it's actually killing it, you know? I mean, you could think of it because...
like healing the pain kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, that was absolutely brilliant. So one word then that sums up that card.
Heartbreak.
One colour that would go with this card.
Blue.
What season would go with this card?
Winter.
Do you have a personal experience that you could put with that card? Personal or something that you could, you know, reach for? You know, perhaps a family or a friend has been through something that's made them feel like this. Can you put that together?
Well, we recently had a pet die.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a perfect card that represents that situation. Brilliant. Well done, Dave. Okay, any more to say about it, do you think?
Oh,
any more to add?
I think I've pretty much said all I can think of at the moment. But
fantastic. Okay, well, I did promise to give away 3 cards last video, and I would like you to actually pick the person that is going to win this one. They're all going to the UK because I'm sorry, it's just too expensive to send everything to America, etc. So it's just for UK, this one. So who's this one for?
Irish Mary.
Oh, Irish Mary. You've won yourself a travel deck. Well done, you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Dave, would you help me pick the next person, next video we do?
Yes.
Brilliant. You're
Absolutely.
on. Guys, we'll see you later. Bye for now.
Bye.